As the saying goes, light, camera, action.
It took me 4 years to sit in this chair to finally press that record button. You could say 4 years of dreaming, 4 years of planning, 4 years of failing, 4 years of restarting, and now I'm finally here. This isn't just another YouTube video. This is the birth of something that's lived in my heart for years. So permit me to say, welcome to the Narrative Media. 4 years ago, I actually came across the idea of YouTube as a business. I did my research, I bought some trainings, I talked to people, and I really loved it. Growing up, I had always loved watching movies and consuming content, and the whole idea of actually being in front of a camera, I had passion for it. So being in the media space, it just made sense to me. I didn't have a camera, I didn't have any studio, no plan. All I had was the thought of YouTube, and I wanted to pursue it. Among all the businesses I was doing at the time, YouTube actually stood out to me. You just have to be yourself in front of the camera, and it felt real. Not even close. I kept pondering on the idea. I was thinking about how to start, what I would need, and I did that for a whole year. Now, by the second year, I kept learning, I was writing, and I was planning also. But because I wanted everything to be perfect, I planned myself out of starting. I was circling the idea and I was doing nothing. But since I had other businesses running at the time, I told myself I didn't need to rush. So that mindset actually lasted for another 1 year. Actually, the third year pushed me backward. So I met a friend, someone I really respected. I shared my YouTube idea, and instantly I was hit with questions that shattered me. Questions like, YouTube? Really? Of all things, that's what you want to do? So those words actually killed my passion, because I respected the person so much, and you won't believe it, I paused the idea completely. So yes, just because somebody said something, I stopped the idea for another 1 year. So in the fourth year, I remember clearly, very clearly, it was a Thursday. It was a businessmen and women prayer meeting in my church. I was praying to God, saying I had tried everything. So many businesses, I would make some money, but nothing was actually lasting. And in that moment, I heard the word build. You see, I left that meeting, I was very excited, but at the same time, I was confused. Build what? So of course, I didn't want to assume with God. I went back again and I prayed. And at this time, I heard media. That was it for me. The long lost idea of YouTube actually struck me again. It was fresh and alive. I knew exactly where God was pointing me. Alright, so a few days before my birthday that year, I attended a celebration. It was a birthday celebration, and I met a man of God. He prayed for me and said, you will have an organization in whatever career or course of study that you are in, and you'll be successful in it. He told me I'm an entrepreneur, a CEO, and to me that was all the confirmation I needed. My course of study is mass communication, and in that moment everything aligned. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to employ people. So I realized it in one piece: build a media organization. So I actually didn't want the make money niche. I didn't want to just create content for money. I wanted something meaningful. Then I remembered an idea I had back in 2022. It was to build Stories Confess. It was about people submitting their confessions anonymously for other people to read and relate to. And that's the kind of niche I wanted, where people can actually share their stories and feel safe. But I wanted a better name, something unique. So I even started mixing Spanish with French, Italian, just to find a word or a name that felt good. Then I remember one particular morning as I was waking up, God actually placed a name in my heart, the Narrative Media. At first I waved it off because I felt it was too generic. And I just felt that nudge to check the availability of the name, and it was open. That was the third time I knew God's hand was in this, because I registered the name, opened the channel, and I actually felt ready to start immediately. No, I didn't. That's when another battle started. The battle of face or faceless. So I wasn't sure. I was asking that question of, should I show my face or should I just use stock footages and B-rolls? For months I went back and forth. 1 month I could decide, oh, I'm going faceless. And the next month I will decide again, I'm going first. And still upon still, I kept going back and forth and I did nothing. So one particular day, I settled I was going to do it faceless. I was going to use Ghibli images. I would turn them into animations. It felt so perfect in my mind, and I finally created something. I edited a full long form video using that style. It even took hours for me to actually export it. But the moment I hit play on that video, realization hit me. The realization that this is not God who actually wanted me to do. So I got angry at myself that day for wasting so much time to actually try and bend God's idea to fit my way. But that particular day, I dropped everything that looked like faceless and I shifted in full speed into trying to build the native media as a face brand. That day I told myself, Steven, stop waiting for everything to align, just start. And to me, that was the moment everything actually changed. So I stopped waiting for confidence. I stopped waiting for permission. I stopped waiting for someday. I started researching again, rebuilding the vision from scratch. I poured myself into books, into podcasts. I started watching people's stories, listening to people's stories I actually mastered. And I told myself, what makes a story powerful? And the answer was actually simple. It's not perfection, it's honesty. People don't connect with flawless. They don't connect with, things that don't have any mistake or something. They connect with the real, the raw, the vulnerable, the truth that says you are not alone. So I stopped trying to build something impressive and I started building something impactful. So the narrative media isn't just a storytelling movement. It's a media brand, a media organization. Every episode you see here will be a story that is real, human, and raw. It will be told by people that can't actually tell it publicly. Our motto says it all actually. Real stories, real people, real impact. Some stories will be painful. Some stories will be redemptive, but all stories will be true. This is where silence is going to turn into sound. This is where hidden experiences is going to find a voice. This is where people can actually realize that they are not alone. Stories are actually medicine if you look at it. They don't just entertain, they actually heal. They remind us that no matter how different we are, we all connect somewhere deep. So when you come here, I don't want you to just come and say you want to watch stories. I want you to actually feel them. See a part of yourself in them. Heal quietly as you listen. Because that's what this space is all built for. It's not built for trends. It's actually built for the truth. One story at a time. Because when we start listening, we start understanding. And when we start understanding, we start changing. This is the narrative media, where we give voices to stories untold and we share them in the most impactful way possible. So every piece you actually see here, from the visuals to the voice to the logo to the light, everything was crafted with purpose, even the camera angle. This isn't random. This is 4 years of faith in physical form. Building this brand is actually not easy. I had no investors, no big teams, no shortcuts, just vision, prayer, and consistency, and a lot of countless late nights. From designing the logo actually, to writing the script, to setting up this studio, to learning the art of editing, every step actually taught me patience, because I failed a whole lot, but every failure actually taught me something I couldn't learn any other way. It taught me to build slow, to value progress over perfection, to create even when no one is watching, because the narrative media was never about going viral, it's about going deep. And if you go deep enough, you will reach the right people. So everything you will see moving forward, every story, every upload is a reflection of that process. That process of 4 years of growth that is distilled and compressed into one mission, to remind people that their stories matter. This channel isn't just mine. It belongs to everybody. Every story we tell belongs to someone who's been waiting to be heard, someone ready to heal, someone tired of being silent, and maybe that someone is you. If you believe stories can change lives, this is your place. If you believe truth deserves to be told, this is your tribe. If you believe healing actually begins when we start talking, then join the movement. Subscribe to this channel and share the video. Be part of what helps another person find freedom, because sometimes someone's story out there might just be what we need to save another person's life, and your support can actually help it to reach them. So play your part. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. This is the narrative media. It's not just a channel, it's a community. It's a voice for the unheard. It took me 4 years to start, but now I realize that every delay was actually a preparation. Every pause was for a purpose. I used to think I was waiting for the right moment to begin, but the truth is, the moment was waiting for me. 4 years ago, I was waiting to say it, and now I will say it again. Not as a dream this time, but as reality. Welcome to the Narrative Media.